Hey guys, Langbanger here. My first deck profile for you, it's going to be on mono red. So let's just hop right into the list here. I only run one different artifact, and it's for Shrine of Burning Rage. During your upkeep, or whenever you cast a red spell, put a charge counter, and then you can tap 3 and sacrifice this to deal the damage to a creature or player. It's a really powerful card just because you're playing so many red spells, which is basically cards that, activate or just, summoning a creature, just stuff like that, and every time that you draw a card, essentially. So these things can just get really bulky, and it can help get rid of some problem on the board. I'm running 4 Planeswalker, 4 Koth of the Hammer. Really powerful card. You can put a +1 on it where a mountain becomes a 4/4 until the end of the turn. That's really awesome. You can -2 it to add a mountain to your mana pool for each mountain you control. That one doesn't happen like as much, but in other builds you can do stuff like Fireball and stuff like that to just make it really bulky with this card, which basically just doubles up all of your mana if you have this, and you can just hit them for big things. But I don't know, maybe like here and there you will see that, come into play, but it hasn't happened much for me. The creatures, you have 4 Stromkirk Nobles. This card is actually really awesome. It can't be blocked by humans, and whenever it deals combat damage to a player, you put a 1/1 counter on it. And it is a turn 1 drop, so it's every time you strike with it, it just keeps getting bulkier and bulkier, so your opponent is going to have something to get rid of this, like a Dismember, or, there's just, a few cards, but, if they don't have it, then they're going to get hurt by this card. Next card, 4 Stormblood Berserker. If an opponent was dealt damage this turn, this creature enters the battlefield with 2 1/1 counters on it. So what you can do, you can drop the Stromkirk. A lot of times if you're playing against like a deck's using like Birds of Paradise or whatever, they'll usually let that go, and then you can just drop this right afterwards. So then it automatically comes out as a 3/3, and it can only be blocked by 2 or more creatures, so it can't be blocked by 1 creature, which that's really awesome as well. So you can help get some stuff out of the way. 3 Chandra's Phoenix. I'm using a lot of 3-ofs, just because I don't really like clogged hands. Any Magic player knows that, you just hate opening multiple of a card, especially something like this. Costs 3 to bring out, 1 and 2 mountains, flying, haste, and whenever an opponent is dealt damage by a red instant or sorcery spell you control, or by a red planeswalker, you return this card from the graveyard to the hand. So, you don't really need multiples of this card, but it's just good to have. 3 Spike Shot Elder. This is one of the best cards the deck has. Costs 1 to bring out, and it's a 1/1, and you can pay 1 and 2 mountain to deal damage to your opponent or a creature equal to its power. So if you can just get this guy, bulky, then, stuff happens. So 3 Grim Lobomancer. I'm not using 4 just because everyone knows there were fetch lands last format. The last standard format, I should say. You would pay a life to search your library for a land. What made that powerful was you automatically had a card in the yard for Grim Lobomancer. You can pay a mountain and tap this, exile 2 cards from your graveyard, and deal 2 damage to target creature or player. It's a really powerful card, but as of right now, there's just isn't a lot of cards to, just dump into the graveyard, so, or into the discard pile. Then I have 2 Hero of Oxid Ridge, cost 2 and 2 mountain, haste, Battlecry. Battlecry is really good. All other creatures attacking gets +1/+0 until the end of turn. And when Hero of Oxid Ridge attacks, creatures with power 1 or less cannot block this turn. So that's a really powerful card as well. Now on to my instants and stuff like that. I have 4 Brimstone Volley. You can deal 3 damage to target creature or player, and it has Morbid. Deals 5 damage to a creature or player if a creature died this turn, so you can actually ram a creature into something, or just attack with a creature, and if they block and like kill it or use some instant, then you can just play this and just does bigger damage. So this card actually gets really bulky. 3 Archdrill. This card's really good just because it can hit most of the creatures your opponent is going to drop turn 1. You can deal with damage to that and then 2 to your opponent. So this card's really powerful and it just works really well in a pinch. I have 3 Incinerate. No need to go over that card. And on my lands, I'm using 3 Rootbound Crag. Well, this should be a 4th one. I just don't have one. The reason you use this, there's cards that you can side that has flashback of green, and it says destroy target artifact, I believe. So that's why you're using that card. And to be honest, it really doesn't matter because once you have a mountain on the board, there's no, there's no bad, drawback to this, so, you may as well just use them. So you have 4 of that, and then you have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 19 mountains. So that's my deck for you. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it, and just be on the lookout for more profiles. So thanks for watching, guys. Peace.